This video is sponsored by Citation Machine. Hey kids, today we'll be talking about nature's favorite idiot, the panda. In every normal family, there's always just that one uncle who kind of lounges on the couch all day, and the humble family of Ursidae is no exception. While most bears are considered the apex predators of their little links of the food chain, pandas are content with just eating bamboo for their entire life, a clear outlier in the bear family. Now, while pandas may seem to be entirely pointless, they do have their uses as a powerful diplomatic tool. Like most American consumer products, pandas are made exclusively in China, meaning the Chinese government essentially owns all the pandas. Since pandas are highly sought after by most zoos, China can essentially use them as political bargaining chips, or in other words, panda diplomacy. While the term wasn't popularized until the Cold War, the practice of panda diplomacy dates as far back as the year 685, when Empress Wu Jiao sent 2 white bears to Emperor Tenmu of Japan. Which, might have confused a guy, because pandas are historically known to be not white. Skipping forwards a few years to 1972 reveals the advent of modern panda diplomacy, when China gave 2 pandas to Nixon in exchange for 2 musk oxen. Now, while this may sound like a horrible mistranslation of the 12 Days of Christmas, the US got some cute and cuddly pandas out of it, and China got some sickly and depressed cows. A clear win for both sides. Although the pandas may have looked like a simple token of friendship, a clear ulterior motive behind them was to get the American public to associate China more with these bumbling bears than with other things. But as the saying goes, there's no such thing as a free lunch, something that China clearly realized in 1984 when they, like most entities with a monopoly over one market, figured that they too could be making obscene amounts of money from their pandas. And obscene amounts of money they sure made. Now pandas were loaned to various countries for the low price of only $1 million a year, making pandas truly the 1% of the animal kingdom. But even then, pandas weren't loaned to any old country who could put up the cash, as only countries in good standing with China were given the elite privilege of paying for their bears. An example of this comes from the year 2010, when China, angry at Norway for giving the Nobel Peace Prize to a Chinese dissident, was on the hunt for a new salmon trading partner. Luckily for them, Scotland, land of Nessie, bagpipes, and apparently salmon, was interested in trading, and a short while after a trade agreement was reached, a panda was sent to the Edinburgh Zoo. And this is by no means just a coincidence or one-off event, as researchers have found a clear correlation between Chinese trade agreements and panda loans to the other countries involved. But as the saying goes, what China giveth, China also taketh away. Now, the US learned this the hard way in 2010 when they pissed off China by 1, selling weapons to Taiwan against Chinese objections, and 2, meeting with the Dalai Lama. With the Dalai Lama being fairly critical of the Chinese government, and China being fairly pro-Chinese government, it was no wonder that China was peeved with the meeting between Barack Obama and the Dalai Lama in 2010. China retaliated to this offense by refusing to extend the stay of Taishan, one of their pandas living at the National Zoo, and a few short weeks after the meeting, Taishan was whisked back away to China like a damaged eBay package being returned to the seller. Big whoop, you might be thinking. It's just one there, it's not that big of a deal. But that's where you're wrong! Despite the hefty lease fee, pandas can be expected to make the zoo around $1.2 million from merchandise, and increase zoo admissions by around 20%, making losing one quite the large whoop. All in all, I think it's important to take home the true message of panda diplomacy, that even if you're different from your friends and family, you still have worth that can and will be exploited by governments and corporations. Speaking of which, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Citation Machine, for making this video possible. Citation Machine allows you to easily create citations for a wide variety of both online and physical resources. Simply by pasting a link into the search bar, Citation Machine will do most of the heavy lifting for you, finding your document and any relevant information needed. Here you can edit this information if need be, or simply create the citation by hitting Complete Citation. You can also copy this citation easily. Thanks to Citation Machine, I was able to create this beautiful works cited page for this very video. So go on down to citationmachine.net to start creating sources today. Anyways, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Domenk, and I spent far too much time on this project.